Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Flight Chats. I'm Meara.
And I'm Robyn.
And today we're going to be talking about a very key member of the travel drama, which is the traveler themselves, and figuring out what information they need to have in light of all the other information that they have out in the world, and why context matters so much to effectively do that. Why anybody is deciding to notify a traveler is going to be brand, it's engagement.
Yeah. And engagement is a big, big thing, especially when you're talking to travelers. There is a lot of competition to get the traveler's attention. And so you have to really, really know what that traveler wants to know, what they need to know, when they want to know it, when they need to know it. And in the case of travelers, you've got a lot to gain if you can nail that and really drive traveler engagement to whether it's your application or your brand or the service that you're offering them. But if you don't do it well and you inundate them or give them erroneous or seemingly irrelevant information, they're going to tune you out. They will delete your app. They will file those emails into a file folder that you really don't want to end up in.
I think those tolerances are getting shorter too.
Absolutely.
In a world of options, you have to make sure your option is good, so that if you're really planning to do this, you're almost better off not doing it than committing to doing it with best practices. Because the bar is very high.
It is. We live in a world now with this group of travelers and the millennials coming into the equation. Absolutely. We now have a situation where it's expected that you know enough information about me to give me relevant information in the stuff that I need to know.
I'm old school enough, it bothers me sometimes, but they absolutely expect it. And if you don't tell them what they believe they need to know at that moment, they're impatient and ready to offload your app.
And they don't want to know everything. Taking the example of a 15 or 16 minute delay, that means something different to potentially every single passenger that might be impacted by that. For one traveler, a 15-minute delay means that I'm getting on that flight and I don't have to get there at the exact same time. I can slow down, maybe have a cup of coffee. Traveler B, that 15, 20-minute whatever delay, that same delay means I'm just arriving a little bit late, not a big deal.
At my destination.
Absolutely, at your destination. Third traveler, that same delay on that same flight, it means that, I'm not going to make my connection. I've already got a tight connection, and that small itty-bitty delay really is going to have a negative impact on me.
So it is. It's all, and for another traveler, their second flight was delayed too. They're fine.
They're perfectly
So
okay.
On the plane, there could be almost as many relevant pieces of information, contextual information to communicate as there are passengers, because they're all different combinations of things.
Using the context of where the traveler is in their journey to understand how severe is this impact to each individual traveler and handling it differently.
Absolutely. So context absolutely matters. And there are other stakeholders. I know.
Absolutely. Those that are helping those travelers get out of those pinches, to the corporations who might be buying that travel for that traveler.
Lots of different stakeholders and party members that are going to have interest in knowing the right information at the right time that's got to be relevant and timely and actionable and audience appropriate, and always given and considering the context. So stay with us. We're going to be continuing to do these. The next episode will be addressing one of those stakeholders. And thanks a lot for watching, and we look forward to keeping the talk going.
Bye-bye.